Hey Aries, welcome to your love reading for April 2020. Happy birthday. Hope you have a really good one. Okay, so crux of the matter we've got for you and your partner. The Two of Swords. Sorry, something's in my throat. I actually did your reading already and I accidentally deleted it. I think it was quite good as well. Sorry about that. Hopefully we'll get the same messages here. But everything happens for a reason, so there's probably a reason why that reading didn't go out. But yeah, the Two of Swords here talks about indecision. Can also mean making a tough decision where you're not allowing yourself to be manipulated. You're not allowing yourself to be swayed by any sort of emotion, guilt, shame, anything. This is, making a decision that based on logic purely, not based on any emotional stirrings, or even with the Two of Swords usually in a love reading, is that you're actually pushing someone away that you maybe feel was being manipulative, was playing with your emotions. It's like, hang on a minute, no. I can see quite clearly that you're messing about here, and you may be protecting your peace here in a way by keeping certain people or this certain person at a distance as well. So yeah, that could also be happening between you. There could be a bit of a stalemate. Although this card is called Peace Restored, it could be that you and your partner do find a way to overcome a stalemate situation, or do reach some sort of peace here as well. So that could also be what's happening. Peace may be restored, but usually, traditionally, to me, this card is about someone kind of keeping someone at arm's length because they're trying to protect their emotions and trying to make good decisions that aren't swayed by any emotional attachments. So yeah, I've got the Eight of Wands here for what's motivating the situation. Messages, communication, travel. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's been a change. The Emperor and the Ace of Swords. And then we've got the Fool card here. So, okay, there's a new beginning. There's something new that's definitely come in here. With the Fool card, it looks like someone maybe, or there's a fear of venturing maybe into the unknown, feeling like there isn't enough information to go forward, feeling like there's some sort of risk being taken. This is after some good news that maybe has come in, and it's you both maybe being excited about moving forward in a particular direction. The eights do also talk about coming to near the end of something as well, with the Wheel of Fortune here and these new beginnings. The Empress, again, this could be something to do with baby. A baby maybe being born around about this month, or maybe there's a big focus on a child this month that is still a baby. Maybe it's their birthday this month, maybe you share the same birthday. Your partner's made up their mind that there's something new that's happened here. There's like a new decision, there's a new turn in things, there's a new beginning that's happening here. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that it's like a whole new cycle that you're entering into. Maybe you're thinking about getting married. Maybe, there's a decision to be made here. Maybe that's what this is about. especially with the Empress card here. It could be about you wanting to be a wife, or you thinking about being married, or just marriage being the conversation at the moment. Yeah, and that could be what this new beginning is about. Look, then we've got the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. So yeah, we're looking at, I think, someone is coming in with a question, a very serious question. I think is to pop the question about the fact that they are in love with you, you know, that you are their soulmate, and they basically want to get married, I think, or move in together, take things to the next level. But either way, this is like you are becoming official. There's some sort of official thing happening. And I think you're already decided, and I think even your partner is. So maybe this is about you guys having made this decision. You've both made this decision to start a new cycle in your lives, to start something new. Now, this person with the Ace of Swords could, again, be making a logical decision. This person could be thinking, okay, you know what? Things aren't, you know, perfect, and no relationship is, but I tell you, this is probably going to be, you know, as good as it gets. This relationship ticks so many of my boxes. It meets so many of my needs. It's not perfect. It may not be what I, you know, had in my little world of fantasies, but coming down to earth and being really realistic, I cannot deny that this is a pretty amazing opportunity that I want to take. That's what I'm seeing here. They want something. They may want to communicate with you still in order to help them maybe make a decision, because the decision is very much on their mind. And when they make this decision, like I said, it will be logical. It's not an emotional decision. And I feel like maybe you have, you know, if you've been the one to ask them for marriage, or you're the one that brought it up, I think it's been probably a point of contention for the both of you. Maybe a bit stressful, because peace is being restored. So yeah, that could have brought about a bit of anxiety, but it looks like the overall outcome is that, you know, there will be a yes answer, there will be growth, there will be a new beginning, and there will be a whole new cycle starting. And the next 9 months could be quite interesting, and you could see a lot of growth with regards to your family as well. Yeah, Nine of Swords, Princess of Swords, Nine of Wands, Four of Swords, Death card, Five of Pentacles for them, Eight of Cups, Justice card. So yeah, major decisions being made here, absolutely. Another Ace of Coins and the Seven of Cups. So starting with you over here with the Nine of Swords, obviously you're quite stressed out about this new beginning. It could be that you, especially if you are the male watching, you've been the one to maybe pop this question or to ask for things to go to the next level. I think you're quite, oh yeah, the Nine of Swords to me can also talk about this really being on your mind. Like it's kept you up at night. It's consumed you. You know, you think about this all the time, or you've been waiting for an answer. I feel here with the Princess of Swords. You've been curious to find out what this person's thinking, what their decision is. This would also be you here, I think, having been stressed out about a decision to do with this relationship. You maybe want more information. Maybe you feel like you don't really trust this person. Maybe this person's, as much as you want to start a new cycle, maybe with them, there's some questions that maybe they just won't answer. And you know, it could be very, very deep. And again, it could be as lovely as, you know, you've talked about marriage and you're waiting for this person to spill the beans and let you know exactly what it is that they're looking for, what they want. I think, you know, jumping straight forward to the end of the reading, it looks like it will be very positive and there will be a new beginning um, that will be much more fruitful and have much more substance than the relationship did before. So yeah, even though you may have been quite stressed out about it and felt very much on edge because of waiting for this answer, it turns out just fine in the end. But I can see here with the Nine of Wands that you were really trying to be strong and showed great strength here. So well done you. You really tried to be patient, I think, and just not even just be patient, but just do the right thing. Not being too pushy. Yeah, being patient. But I can see here that it was very frustrating. I don't think that you were being patient and just kind of just getting on with your normal life. It was like you just suffered in silence, basically. You just didn't ruffle any feathers. You just kind of experienced a lot of anxiety, but on your own. I don't think you were, and I don't think you want to be on your own anymore. I think that's also what's pushing you. You don't want to be on your own. You want something new. It could be with a Sagittarius as well. It could be that there's a Sag quite heavily involved here. I've got Sag here in the reading quite strongly. But you are soulmates. There is definitely a lot of compatibility here, and I can tell that you guys are in love, but there is a decision to be made about love as well. But I think it's been made for some of you. Okay, so yeah, for some of you, this person, you're going to feel a lot of peace, but this person has reached a decision. With the Four of Swords, it could be that they have needed to take some time out to be able to make a decision. Okay, like I said, someone needs to pull back away from the situation to be able to make a decision that isn't clouded in too much emotion, but that is of a sound and grounded mind frame. That's what they wanted to kind of make their decision from. So they've taken time out to do that. So there may have been some quietness. There could be where your frustration came in and your curiosity and your not knowing kind of came from. But there is a beautiful new cycle here starting for you, for both of you. But this person has been taking some time out to think about things. And they've also, again, wanted to keep the peace. They have not wanted to, you know, it hasn't been malicious. It hasn't been, you know, they have been thinking about you too. Yeah, and there's nothing malicious here. They weren't being quiet to be vindictive or to do anything. They were being quiet and taking time out for themselves so they could make a grounded decision and a logical decision about the relationship and how to move it forward. The Death card here indicates that it could possibly be a Scorpio. Could be an air sign as well, maybe a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Yeah, there's a lot of thinking going on there. Yeah, a lot of thinking. But it's like that all this thinking is kind of it's kind of working into and feeding into manifesting this relationship. So it's like all this thought that's gone into it has kind of brought it about. That's what I'm getting and picking up on as well. That there's definitely been this manifestation from the pure amount of energy that's been put in through the thought energy that's been put into it from the both of you, if that makes sense. But yeah, the Death card here could be indicating a Scorpio, but also talking about a death, you know. I feel that it, you know, the Death card also talks about transformation as well, rebirth, shedding a skin, becoming something better. letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of dead weight as well. So for this person, it's definitely making a decision to let go of the past, to start a new cycle, to start something new, to invest in something new. Yeah, I feel that the future looks very fertile as well. So I don't know if that means kids for a lot of you, but it does look very, very fertile here with the death card. There's so many new beginnings coming out of any endings that have taken place for this person. So this person's really shifted their mindset as well. I think before they may have even had issues of abandonment, being let down, managing expectations. This person could have been someone who fell in love fast in the past, who just didn't really think things through before committing themselves to a relationship. But now I feel they're at a space where, after giving it some thought, they've realized that these things that they measure their current relationships with, that these past experiences, actually are completely dead and completely irrelevant. And that it's time, this is a great opportunity to actually do a bit of a clear out and get clear on what it is that I'm wanting here. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles talks about someone who feels left out in the cold, who maybe feels abandoned. Talks about material trouble too. So I don't know if this person's also experiencing some sort of financial loss at the moment. Could be a Taurus as well, possibly. This person could just have issues of abandonment, like I said. I feel that I don't think that there was like really deep issues though. I think it's just some experiences that they'd had that they kind of didn't realize were affecting their ability, or kind of creating less room for their growth when it comes to relationships. I think they've kind of become more aware of it, that they do have these insecurities. And I think you found that quite frustrating, dealing with someone who at the moment, wouldn't maybe going through those things. But you've been very patient here. I think you've tried your best to trust them. Maybe you've tried to also contact them with the Princess of Swords. Maybe the words that you've been saying to them have been slightly antagonistic or pushy, as much as you might not want it to be. If you have communicated with them, you may have been them, things may have, your own insecurities may have come to the forefront. You may start saying things, asking things that you wouldn't normally, but because you're feeling insecure, maybe you're feeling so much not in the know, or so much on your own, that maybe you put your foot in your mouth a little bit. That could have happened. And maybe this person thought, you know what, to keep the peace, I'm going to just go away on my own for a little bit and think about this. Could also be some healing that's taking place here as well. This person's definitely coming to a decision about that. They've come to a decision about, after taking time out to heal, they decided what's staying and what's going. So there's a definite decision being made here to move this relationship to the next level, which I think is the case for a lot of you, with the bottom of the deck being the Two of Cups, etc. But for some of you, it could definitely be, this could be you here saying, you know what, I'm done with this. With the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, you could be saying, you know what, I'm ready to start something new. I'm ready for a new cycle to start for me. I'm letting go of all of this. I want a new cycle to start. And you could be kind of willing that into kind of existence, or just having that at the forefront of your mind. Maybe you don't trust this person as well. You could maybe feel quite defensive towards this person. There's potential for that as well. And that's why this person could also feel left out in the cold. However, it's also making them get a lot more clearer with the Ace of Swords here about where they've gone wrong, what's gone wrong, what the truth of the matter is. They've actually grown, so some people, these things happen and they just continue doing what they're doing and don't really learn, people like narcissists, I guess, or psychopaths, sociopaths, sometimes they just won't learn. No, sometimes 99% of the time they just don't have the capacity to learn. But this person has the capacity with the Ace of Swords here. They've learned that they've done something wrong. Whether or not this decision means that they want to come running into your arms is something else. But they are able to see the errors of their ways and make a decision as to how they want to move forward. So this person has made a decision. So for some of you, you're pushing this person away, you're keeping them at arm's length, you're not sure what to do, you want to make a decision, you've got questions, and until you get the answers to these questions, you're really not trying to entertain this at all. You're ready to start a new cycle. Could also be there's been a lot of ups and downs in the relationship, as well for some of you. Although the strongest message I'm getting here, really, so I just keep getting in and out, up and down with this, but the strongest message I am getting here is that you're really working with this person. Like, you're really kind of, as much as it hurts you, you're putting up with it. As much as it is stressful for you. So this could be simply, like I said, you talked about taking the relationship to the next level and it's a bit stressful waiting for this person to get on board or get there, wait for them to make a decision. But at the same time, it could also be that you're what was I going to say? That you're really kind of holding out for this person. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, it looks as if there's a new cycle starting here for you in any way. But you've had to kind of deal with a lot of ups and downs with this. But you've persevered. This person feels, I think, quite lost without you at the moment with the Five of Pentacles. They feel quite alone. Like life is just, like potatoes without the salt, you know what I mean? Like it's feeling like life is okay, they have what they need, but it's not enjoyable. So yeah, I feel like you actually give quite a lot of sustenance to this person, and I don't know why I said narcissist initially. So yeah, sorry that the messages are coming out so kind of up and down, but that's what I'm getting. I mean, I have seen the devil card here, so these may be just little messages for some of you that yes, this person does feel. This person most definitely, if that you've been keeping them at arm's length, definitely are appreciating you more now. They notice that you've gone, that they feel the loss. They feel your absence here as well. And they want I think it's making them change. It's making them become more aware of the effects of their actions. Like they're becoming more aware, like, oh, okay, didn't know I did all that. I didn't know that it was so harmful. I didn't know that it was I didn't know I was doing that. You could also, so yeah, maybe you've been very patient with this person as well, like through all their ups and downs, but they are getting to a point. And I think maybe you just said, I've had enough of the Nine of Wands here and the Page of Swords, like I've had enough. Like you need to get more clear on on what you want from the relationship, or manage your behavior differently. I think you really like this person though. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion here, but you're having to not make decisions based on your emotion anymore. And I think you're hoping here with the I say 10 of Wands, with the Wheel of Fortune. You're hoping that things will take a turn for the better after everything that maybe you've been through with this person. So we've got the 8 of Wands here as what's. So yeah, this is like good news. Planning for the future, talking about the future, being excited about what's to come, moving forward, being confident about moving forward, and swiftness. So was travel involved here? Was there communication about the future? There was communication about what could be, about maybe this Ace of Pentacles. There was communication between you both. So there maybe been a conversation, maybe had over the phone, or maybe there was distance between you. When the conversation happened. Yeah, I feel like there maybe was some impatience here as well. Maybe more from your side, because it looks like you're the one that's been like waiting for this person to kind of start and complete this death process. I feel like it may have got to the point where you had the 8 of Wands moment where you wanted things to pick up, you wanted speed to pick up, you wanted things to move forward, or there was definitely a conversation here about kind of moving the relationship forward. It's about a forward movement. There could have been a confession with regards to love. Maybe someone here has said, I love you, or I want this to be more. I want this to be solid here with the Ace of Pentacles. And maybe what's happened is, or maybe what's been happening is, there's been a lot of 7 of Cups energy, a lot of confusion, a lot of vagueness, a lot of, I'm even getting breadcrumbing here as well for some of you. Someone that, was just really vague. Like they may text you every morning to say, I love you, or good morning, but at the same time that nothing else maybe comes from that, or there's nothing more than that. Or this person's giving you little bits, but even though the little bits kind of keep things within the relationship realm, or keep the relationship within the realm of a romantic relationship, at the same time it doesn't really feed. Again, yeah, feeding wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It wasn't so much that it left you so certain that, yeah, this is definitely a long-term relationship. I kind of think it left you feeling still uncertain about where things were actually going. And I think you actually demanded some direction for the relationship. And you pulling back, I feel, keeping this person at arm's length, maybe giving them a bit of an ultimatum, even, has made them take the time to reflect on why they act how they act, and made them miss you as well. This person could also feel quite rejected, but also this person just has recognized that they've got issues of abandonment anyway. That's what I'm getting. And the challenge is, having this new start here. But with 2 aces and the Fool card, we are looking at a new start, and we do have the Empress as well. So the likelihood is the outcome will be maybe in the next 3 months, or maybe it's like things are still cooking. You may not see a result straight away. It may still take some patience for things to develop. But either way, it'll be a good outcome. The Eight of Cups can talk about lessons learned in love. Sometimes how it can talk about bringing discipline and structure into an otherwise quite, intuitive realm of romance and love. Bringing some discipline and some restriction there. So yeah, it can talk about commitment. Although it cannot, this card is also called abandoned success. Okay, so this can talk about getting so close to something, but then giving up before you have an opportunity to, giving up, not before you have the opportunity, but giving up before you, right before the finish line kind of thing, because of a feeling of laziness, a feeling of a lack of hope, lack of confidence. Yeah. So it could be a lack of confidence here with this person still, and that could actually slow things down. Lack of confidence when it comes to being responsible in a relationship, being dependable, being accountable. I feel this person may see it as a bit of a challenge as well. But for some of you, this could mean that a decision is made here, that you actually, this can talk about progression, because the eights are also talk about being very close to the completion or success of a project generally. And with two eights here, yeah, most definitely for some of you, that's how it is. You are starting something new with this person. It could be a Libra. Got quite a lot of air energy here. Could be a Libra, especially with the Justice card as well. And there will be a final decision made, and it will be fair. There will be justice served. Again, I'm looking at structure, order being brought into the relationship. So you will get this order that you're looking for. This, like, you will, get this title of you guys being boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife, fiancés, whatever it is that you're hoping to, move the relationship into. I feel that that will happen. There will be a success for a lot of you out there. And for others of you out there, you may just decide that you're gonna, you're just gonna let it go. But I'm getting the feeling here, as much as I don't want to be one to, influence too much. But yeah, I do get the feeling here like Spirit is saying, don't, unless of course you know that there's so much better things out there for you, and that this is just something that you're just, you've given some, you just feel you're done with it. And of course, do what you got to do, But I am getting the feeling here to hold on a bit, to hold on to this, to not give up, because abandoned success to me is saying that there's something that could be, there is some success to be gained here. So, if there's no real reason to leave this situation other than, I mean, if this person makes you happy otherwise, like if they have a good heart, if you're not making a decision based on bitterness and, you make sure you're making a decision based on your inner truth as well, not on out of frustration. I think that's the message that Spirit wants to say. Not to say, don't give up on it, but make a decision that isn't out of frustration or bitterness, but that is really genuinely, a truth that you stand by. I hope that makes sense. But there is a beautiful new beginning here for you. No matter what way you look at it, that's definitely seems to be written in here for you. Yeah. A lot of luck and abundance is definitely in your future. With the Empress card there, you could be becoming a mother or starting your own business. planting seeds is definitely happening here. In one way or another, you're planting seeds, whether that be in love relationships by taking things to the next level, or personally, just in your own, with your personal endeavors, maybe to do with work. This could also be to do with marriage, most definitely though. This could be related to a marriage, this whole relationship. And I think things will be moving forward for a lot of you. So Aries, April 2020. Okay, we've got a wallflower, ice queen, and triangle. Okay. So the wallflower, yeah. So I think what is happening here is that your partner feels left out. I think this is your partner, the wallflower. They may feel that, or maybe this is also you. You know, it could go both ways. Definitely a feeling of maybe being separated at the moment. A feeling of, you know, being on the outside looking in. Spirit may also want to let you know that you may need to also look at how and why you do keep people at a distance. You know, just look at those things, okay? Just it's not a criticism or anything, but it may be worth looking at. It could be that you've got a habit, you know, that you might need to look at. And it could also be for this person that they just have a habit of keeping people at arm's length. Because the Ice Queen is here too. This is like the Queen of Swords. So again, I'm getting this feeling of people, you know, pushing people away, keeping people at a distance, being a bit aloof, no communications. I don't know if this is your energy or maybe your partner's. But that could be the overall feeling for the relationship at the moment. And this could be about, you know, keeping people at bay, or you keeping this person at bay because you know it's the right thing to do. Or maybe you just feel like you're waiting for a decision. And again, the triangle might not be talking about 3 people. It just talks about a decision that needs to be made. About children. Yeah, I did say a baby could be involved here, and freedoms. Maybe someone is concerned about their freedom here as well. And then the Ice King. So yeah, we do have like a soulmate. Okay, I just got loveless relationship for some of you. Is that how you feel? Do you feel like this person is making you feel left out in the cold? You may feel like it's too superficial and you want more. And there's a decision for you to make here. Or maybe a decision. There's a choice for both of you to make, you know. You need to make a choice as to know if you want to continue with this, and they need to make a choice to know if they want to continue with it as well. So maybe you're both, that's the state of the situation at the moment, you're both kind of thinking about, I think it's got to that point now, yeah, where it's like, okay, what are we doing? Are we going to continue or are we not? And not even we, but it's like you, I think, are just thinking to yourself, am I going to continue with this or not? And I think you've also said to them and let them know that you're thinking about that. And that's then put them in a position where they're now thinking, okay, so is this really what I want then? Because you've kept them at arm's length. Loyal heart, chop wood, see, soulmates, breathe. Time to go. Okay, so we've got the fates. So yeah, we've got loyal heart and soulmates. Okay, so yeah, Spirit was saying, don't make any rash decisions. I have also seen the King and the Queen of Ice in the Oracle deck. The Two of Cups was here. The Justice card is here. 10. Sorry, I keep saying the 10. The Wheel of Fortune and the Empress is here. I haven't seen the Emperor, but the Empress is enough to confirm that this is a relationship that is going to take time to grow, but it's also one to kind of keep an eye on. Definitely one to watch. And there is a lot of loyalty here between you two. A lot of there is a strong connection here. So there is love. So you are still connected. You're just not together. Like you may be on a break, but you're still very much in love with each other. And this person misses you. And so that means that this person's, there will be a reuniting, and it will take things to the next level, I think, for a lot of you. Got chop wood again, so be patient here. That's the trick here. Find something to do with your time. The devil makes work of idle hands, so don't just be waiting around or mulling around or worrying or stressing or feeling bad or feeling bitter, but instead, try to channel that energy into something positive until you get that decision. Here, this is another card, another 7 card about decisions. Going to see. This person's got to go quite deep to make this choice. The person's coming across as like a Scorpio person or someone that's got deep emotions. Or deep emotion, not deep emotional issues, but yeah, I mean the moon card isn't here, but still the death card is still coupled with the 5 of coins. Does to me talk about quite a lot of transformation, a lot of kind of psychological / emotional changes that this person's going through, which can be interpreted as quite deep emotional kind of experiences. So this person, I think, wants to go to sea. They want to explore. They want to see what could be. And I feel that that is going to happen here. There will be an energy of exploring love here with these 2 cards, the Fool card and the 2 of Cups. Yeah, there will be a new adventure when it comes to love for you. Looks like it is on the cards. And then it says to breathe. This could be for you as well, to breathe. So if you feel stressed out or, frustrated, just focus on your breath and it should help. That's what the cards are saying. But this person's got a little bit of soul searching to do, I think. But when they do come back with a decision, you'll know that with Justice card that it will be final. It will be one that's well thought through. They thought it through very carefully and they understand what it entails and they're ready for a new beginning, which to them I think equals to, commitment, marriage, and those things, babies, etc. So that's the reading. I love you all. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.